Hi everybody, I'm Kiss My Mike and welcome to my food channel, Kiss My Mike Eats. So today I am going to make a very simple apple pie recipe. So what inspired me to cook this recipe today is basically two reasons. Number one, because we're in the middle of fall and nothing really screams fall, especially fall dessert, than some fresh apple pie. It's very easy to make. I've done it a few times already. And the other reason is because we recently just moved to the Pacific Northwest. We're in Seattle area, specifically in Gig Harbor, and we have an apple tree here. And this is something that is really new to me because I grew up in the Philippines. Apples don't grow in the Philippines. Normally, when we get apples in the Philippines, they are imported. Is that right? Imported, exported, imported. So yeah, they're from the U.S. or other places. So when we moved to this place, to this house in Gig Harbor, I got so excited because we have an apple tree. Obviously, I picked a bunch of apples. This is a perfect season right now. Fall is the right season to pick them up. These are some apples I already picked, maybe like a week or so ago. So I want to use them, and that's the other reason why I want to cook this recipe, is because I just want to basically use what we have here in the house. So, anyways, that's a very long intro, but yeah, and also apple pies are delicious. The weather outside is frightful. Oh, I'm not gonna sing. But anybody who knows the Seattle weather, especially this time of the year, it's the middle of November. It's raining. It's pretty dark outside, and it's also perfect food for this type of weather. So, anyways, let's go ahead and start with some of the ingredients that I have. As you can see, we have some apples. I think I did some research online for this particular apple. I think what we have is the Gala apples, I believe. So anyway, first thing you need to do is really just cut those apples into slices, and you can keep the skins on. For me, I can remove it, so let's just remove them right now. And one thing I do also, so that they don't turn brown, I have a little water mixture here, so that's where I dump all the apple pieces, and I put a little bit of lemon, so that, let's do it right now, so that it doesn't, become brown, basically. So that's one way to protect it. So go ahead and just squeeze the lemon in there, and then we're gonna basically peel the apples. So, I really like these apples, by the way. They're really, really sweet. What else have I cooked with this before, with apples? I basically need to come up with more ideas, more recipes to use the apples that we have, because we have a lot of them. I mean, I'll show you in the picture the amount of apples that I picked, just for one day. Check it out. Check out the picture I'll show. And surprisingly, the apple outside the tree still has a lot of fruits. So I need to figure out what to do with them. Anyways, all right. Let's see. It still looks good, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna cut them now. Turn brown. These are very sharp knife, by the way. We got this from Amazon, but really, really sharp. I think it's made in China. Alright, so basically, you just want them to be maybe like this size, maybe this size. And then you just dump it in the water, the lemon water. And then do the same for the rest of them. All right. forgot to mention number of apples that I'm gonna need for this recipe. About seven to eight. So, all right, and that's all the apples we need for this recipe. So now we're ready for the next step. All right, I do like to clean as I go. So like all this apple peels. We don't have a compost right now, so I'm just gonna dump it in the trash. All right, so let me just go through the rest of the ingredients. We talked about the apples. We will need flour, white sugar, light brown sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, and I believe that's it. Oh, and the crust, of course. And you can use the store-bought crust, which is what I'm using. And then that's really for the filling and the crust. But then I will need the same ingredients to make the apple crumble. And then the only thing that we'll need in addition to that is the butter. All right, so now that we have everything ready, what I'll do next is to make sure that the pie crust is ready. So what I do is, so this is the store-bought pie crust. Basically, I just heat it in the oven. The oven is ready at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep it there for about 5 minutes. Just to, you know, make it a little crispy, but don't burn it. So just 5 minutes, apple crust, and then we're gonna make the filling. All right, so for the filling, here's what I'm gonna do. All we're gonna do is really just mix everything. You know, a lot of people, they also cook the apple filling before putting it into the crust. I don't do that. I just mix everything together. You can use a bowl. You can use, like I'm using this rack. So I'm just gonna mix everything here, and then I'm gonna put it into the crust and then bake it. So, all right, let's do that. Let's start with the apple. Of course, I'm gonna drain them now. And then while we're draining the apple, let me prepare the rest of the ingredients. So I'm gonna need white sugar, brown sugar, flour, nutmeg, cinnamon. Okay? All right, so let's mix them together. We have the apples. And then we're gonna need half a cup of white sugar. And just spread it over your apples. Same thing for the brown sugar, light brown sugar. And you can just estimate them to, you know, that should be close enough to half a cup. And then we will need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So this is a tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. And then we will need cinnamon and nutmeg. All right, let's see. 1 teaspoon of, this is a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So you put 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And just 1/8 teaspoon. So 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. That's okay. And that's really That's really it. Oh, I forgot one thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I actually am gonna put some lemon, a squeeze of lemon as well. But the good thing is the apples have already been dipped in the lemon water, so you already have the lemon taste in there. Sometimes people don't like they don't like it to be too lemony, so you can just seed in there. All right. So meanwhile, our pie crust should be ready by now. All right. So basically, now that we have the filling ready, we also have the crust ready. Let me take this away so that you can see what I'm doing. So basically, all we're gonna do is really mix the, just use your hand. I'm gonna use my hands for this mixture. See, look, oh my gosh. Oh, look. It looks delicious already. It looks delicious already. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. See? Jesus, and that, you just want all that deliciousness to coat all the apples that we have. And once that's done, we're just gonna transfer and put them all into the crust. That's really it. Just make sure we mix them all. The flour, sugar. I do like to make sure that the filling is sort of evenly distributed, especially the edges, so that you don't have a lot of the apple pieces in the middle that look like a mountain, right? So you kind of want to put them along the edges of the pie crust, and that makes it easy also I kind of like to put this little sauce as well on top of just to put it in there. I'll place all that goodness in. Alright, I think we're ready. And there you go. We have our apple pie ready to go inside the oven. Oh, it looks good. Now my, there you go, let's show it. There you go. All right, so what we're gonna do is, oven is on for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so now that we have our apple pie ready to go inside the oven, we're just gonna cook it 400 degrees for 25 minutes. Where's my hot door? There we go. All right. While the apple pie is cooking, I'm actually gonna make the crumble already because for the last 5 minutes of the apple pie being cooked in the oven, you have to sprinkle around the crumble on top, and that makes the topping of the apple pie so crispy a little bit. It's really delicious. All right, so for the crumble, I'm gonna need 1 cup of flour. And then 3/4 cup of brown sugar. I've never seen this kind of bubble before. How do you open it? Looks like my nails. little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg as well. And you don't have to measure it. All I know is that the ratio between the cinnamon and nutmeg. So you should use more cinnamon than nutmeg. So there you go. And then most importantly is the butter. So we'll just cut them into smaller slices. And then just put it on top of the apple pie. Later, cook it for the last 5 minutes. Doesn't need to be cut perfectly. Alright. All we're gonna do, put a little bit of salt. Just to kind of balance the sweetness of it. A little bit of salt. And then mix it with the butter. There you go. Perfect. And you can use something like this to mix it. Alright, so our apple pie crumble is ready. We'll just have to wait for the apple pie to be cooked and then finish it up in a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Alright, and then basically just gonna put the crumble on top and put it back on back into the oven for the next 25-30 minutes. So here's a crumble. It has like some butter pieces, so I'm just gonna distribute the butter first. It's gonna be so good. Those butter, it's gonna melt, and with like the brown sugar, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so delicious. So delicious. Oh my gosh, looking good already. Look. And it's okay for some of the crumble to go out. That's why I have this little tray over here. So that's fine. Smells so good. It smells so good. You can flatten it a little. This one I do. And so this very simple apple pie is ready to continue cooking. Here's what it looks like right now. And it's gonna go back into the oven. It's gonna continue baking for anytime between 25 and 30 minutes. So, alright, I'll be right back. I think our apple pie is actually ready. So let's take a look. Ooh, I can hear that sizzling sound. Look at that. And that's it for today. This is our delicious, very simple apple pie.